Hello guys and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to talk about how to do a turn when you do dynamic by fins training. In fact, it is going to be a second video because I did the video about the turn in dynamic by fins a while ago, I think a couple of years ago. But in this video I was explaining how to do the turn in a shallow pool. And in a shallow pool, let's say maybe when it is a 1.5 meter depth, you can use the bottom to help you turn. And there's two problems with this turn. So first of all, it is only possible if the pool is shallow, and second, it's not really official if you are thinking about to use such turn, let's say in a competition. This is why I teach this turn for a complete beginners, because it's still in my mind one of the easiest way how to teach the turn. However, when my student mastered this turn using the bottom, then we switch to another turn when we're not using the bottom, and this is turn which we're gonna practice today. And if you are first time here, my name is Sergey, I'm a freediving instructor trainer, and in this channel I'm helping you to become a better and safer freediver. So guys, I'm gonna explain how to do this turn first, but if the explanation doesn't make sense, don't worry, because after that is gonna be a footage when I'm swimming underwater, and I also comment what exactly I'm doing, and I'm gonna slow down the video so it will make sense. First watch my explanation. If it doesn't make sense, don't worry, just keep watching, and then it's gonna be me underwater doing this kind of turn with the explanations. Once again, a couple of years ago I did a video about how to do the turn in a shallow pool. Check it out, because these turns are really similar, and you will see how easily you can progress from the first one to this one. So the link for the old video is going to be both in the description, and also I'm going to put it in the cards. Now you want to practice the turn in a deep pool. How you do it? You're approaching the wall. Let's say on the floor you have some mark indicating that the wall is coming. In this case you don't need to look forward, because it is a bad streamlining position. Let's say if your arms along your body, as soon as you pass the marks on the floor, then let's say you extend your left arm in front of you. Don't extend it like this. Make sure you cross your center line. So this is the center line. Make sure you cross the center line like this. In this case the turn is going to be more easy, because look, if the wall is coming and my arm is here, if I'm gonna reach the wall with my right arm, now I'm kind of stuck in front of the wall. So now it's gonna be hard for me to do a turn. Instead of this, when you are coming to the wall, when you pass the marks on the floor, make sure your arms is crossing your central line. This is a central line. And in this case, it's already beginning of the turn. So this is the first tip. The next one, if you already watched the old video, we was putting this arm, in this case my right arm, we was putting on the floor and using this arm to pull ourselves. This time we're not gonna put it on the floor, we're just gonna put it like this. And again, look, not here, we're gonna put it here. We're gonna use this arm as a direction where we're gonna swim. So if you put your arm like this, after the turn you're gonna swim this way, and we don't want to swim this way. We want to swim in a completely opposite way, so we're gonna swim this way. So this is why when I'm coming to the wall, I'm gonna put my arms like opposite direction from what I'm swimming now, and then this is gonna be my direction. So after that, two moves happens almost simultaneously. When I'm reaching the wall, let's say my arms is crossing my central line, I'm gonna push a little bit from the wall. It's gonna be like a gentle push, and at the time when I'm almost finishing my push, I'm gonna start pulling with this arm. So in the same time, when you're pushing with this arm, with the left arm, and pulling with the right, you start turning. When you start turning, you need to bend your knees, because if you're not bending your knees, your legs is obviously longer than your arms. So in this case, it's not gonna be enough room to accommodate your legs. So this is why when you start pushing with your left and pulling with the right, and your turn starts, make sure you're bending the knee. And as soon as you turn 180 degrees, then you continue the movement with the right arm, like pulling movement, and also you can do a kick with your legs, because your legs is already like your fins in front of the wall, and you can start do a kick. Alright, here's me swimming underwater and doing a turn. So first time it is a normal speed, and on my next turn let's slow down the speed. So as you can see, I passed the black mark. My left arm in front of me, my right arm in the direction where I'm planning to swim. I reach the wall, I cross the central line, maybe a little bit too much, push from the wall, start my turning, pull with my right arm, and finish with a kick. And then glide away. As you can see, don't need to swim. So one more time, normal speed, reach the wall, push, pull, kick. Okay, now from slightly different angle, I'm coming close to the wall, my left arm in front of my body, crossing the central line, touching the wall. When I touch the wall, I push from the wall, and when I turn, I do the pull with my left arm and kick. Okay, same with from the left side. Here I'm swimming actually with my arms along my body, so I bring my left arm in front of my body. So when I'm reaching the wall, like crossing the center line, I touch the wall, come a little bit closer, push from the wall, and then when I'm almost 180 degrees, then I do the pull with my right arm, and then I did the kick. And then again I glide away, just like gliding. And now again, normal speed. Reach, push, pull, and kick. Few things to consider, because this is the most common mistake. So first, make sure that your, let's say, left arm crossing the center line. It's really important. Don't look forward, so just look at the floor, look at the bottom. And as soon as you're crossing the marks, then you can put your arms like this. So pushing with this arm, pulling with another arm. Alright, this was how to do a turn underwater in a deeper pool or in a shallow pool, but when you don't want, let's say, to touch the bottom. So usually when I teach my beginner students, the first step is using the floor, because it is a little bit more easy in majority of the cases. Maybe 99% of my students learning faster when I allow them to put the arms on the floor. And again, if you haven't watched this video, check it out, the link in the description. So, and only after they becoming more or less confident in this turn, the turn with the usage of the floor, then we stop using the floor and just like, instead of putting our right arm on the floor, we're just using it for pulling movement. And also guys, keep in mind that you need to practice turns many times before you start to be comfortable with this. And here is again really quick footage of my students practicing the turn just a few days ago. As you can see, they were starting just a few meters away from the wall. They start their swim, they do a turn, come back, come up, and then another person do the same. And they was doing this for 5-10 minutes for the few sessions until they becoming slightly better. Even after that, even after you feel okay, now my turn is much more better, still from time to time when you do your normal training session, include these drills in your training routine. So for example, on your next dynamic biofin session, at the beginning or at the end, just practice 5 minutes turning only. Once again, you can start a few meters away from the wall, like dive, turn, come back. A little relaxation, dive, turn, come back, and do it for 5-10 minutes. And it's going to be a good idea if you're going to practice this for a while, then your turn will become much more efficient. Okay guys, hopefully this video was helpful for you. If it was, don't forget to click the like button. If you did, thank you very much, I highly appreciate it, and I will see you next time.